Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bastula qadarahum bastula whatever who memorized the Quran as it was from the Prophet's mouth. And the Prophet says, Aqra'ukum kitab Allah Ubay ibn Ka'b. The one who recites best the Quran is Ubay ibn Ka'b. Now, when that surah was revealed, Surah Yaqqa, Surah Al-Bayyina, Surah Al-Bayyina Gameta. لذلك لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة. سورة يقى نبناية أبي بن كعب حامل القرآن يقى القرآن بالآية جاء. Now he called him that you come, and he told him, Amaranillah, that Allah has ordered me, has instructed me to read for you Surah Al-Bayyina. Allah andagidde kusomera Surah Al-Bayyina. Bayyina soka yebuuza nina madaala ki? Nafuka abuuza ekibuuzo, ya Rasulallah, asammani Allahu lak, that did Allah mention my name? Allah yayogedde erinnya lyange? Oba just yagambye nti itawe swahaba omwawo tumusomere Qur'ani bweno just gogamba kambite Ubayy. Namugamba nti sammani Allahu lak, Allah yayogedde erinnya lyo yangambye gwe Ubayy yajje omusomere nga akuwuliriza. Ubayy, we cannot say that Ubayy was one of the Sahabas who were giving in for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was not that rich. Tiagenda nnyo mu ntalo, teyali nnyo kusekerwa mpaka sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Naye mulowooza ki ekyamuleeta ku lusegere olwokuba okutuuka ne level Allah ogamba nti Muhammad genda osomere Ubayy akuwulirize. Mulowooza ki? Quran bagamba mubaka sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asomere babayita batya. Waliyo ekigambo ekitera okukozesebwa mu Luganda nti abawaggulu n'abawansi kibeera kitya? Abankuseere baba abalangira n'abaki n'abanyomoovu nekinyomoola nnyo abakopi. So Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam bamulagira ayiteyo ku bantu ba wansi amuwulirize Qur'ani ye nga Ubayy ibn Ka'b alladhi rafa'ahu, the only thing that exalted him and elevated him to that status was Quran. Magambye nti si kitabo kya bulijjo. Bw'obeera omusiraamu, if you're a Muslim, sometimes we, the Muslims, we are the one again who underrate the Quran. Faba kimala muki ekitiibwa. Those people, the non-Muslims, respect they fear, not to respect, they fear the Quran. I have them at school, and most of them are not Muslims. Sometimes they can receive those Quran in the office, but those people fear that book. They fear that book, and after getting it, you take it to the office there. For me, I cannot be here with that book. They fear Quran like nothing. Leo some Muslims ngatita kolachi. Tafaayo. Laila wallahi bata Quran. Wallahi billahi tallahi. Nek olwana agamba nze ndaidi nayenga mutima gwa mulimu kirala. Natafaayo. Nabwe nalabako ya Laila nga alayira ku kifu. After 1 week, Allah namusuula eddamu. Lwakuba nti teyasigalayo nga mulalu. Allah maana akola ki? Naye nga kyebaalayirirako kyennyini kyali kifu. Then he said, Wallahi, I did not do it. Wallahi, I did not do it. After 1 week, he ran mad. And he was mad for like 2 months. It is a book that non-Muslims, abatali basiramu ku mulembe gwa Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they disliked it, though they knew it is the truth. But the way they used to protect themselves from it is not listening to it. Nga bw'okiwuliriza kikusenda. How do you say that in English? It persuades you. It convinces you. When you listen to that book, that's why they said, وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَا تَسْمَعُوا لِهَذَا الْقُرْآنِ وَالْغَوْا فِيهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَغْلِبُونَ. They told themselves that if we are to win this man, bwetuba kuwangula Muhammad, abantu balekere kuwuliriza ki Quran. Let them leave that Quran. وَالْغَوْا فِيهِ, and let them distance themselves away from it. But just when you wait, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَغْلِبُونَ, oba oli awo tunaawangula. Otherwise, tuyinza okulemererwa. Kubanga a lot of these Sahabas, a lot of the mechanisms, the pagan mechanisms, ekyaba bayingira obusiraamu lwakuwuliriza just what Quran. Nabadde mpuliriza Sheikh omu yali mu musomo in America. Then one lady stood up and reported that, for me, I had a friend at university. University. The lady was not a Muslim by then, but she had a friend at university. The friend was a Muslim. Then the friend told her that for us to respect Maria more than you people respect her. Maria tumuwekitiibwa n'okusinga mmwe. Namugamba ffe, for us we have a full surah in the Quran in the names of Maria. Then it talks about her, and many surahs talk about her. Then she was given a flashcard. But never more flashcard. Mukwano gwe n'awoona flashcard. Omusiraamu awatali musiraamu kyo flashcard. Oba gamba yes kyonna ekiriko kibakuumirako gundi ezo. N'agenda n'awuliriza. She's not a Muslim. Agamba nti nateekako Quran. I put that Quran, the voice of the sound of the Quran. I listened to the Quran. I just began to cry myself. I don't know Arabic. I'm not a Muslim, but I just cried. I just began crying. My mother had me crying. She came. She asked me, why are you crying? What's your car? Nagamba, why are you doing that? My friend gave me this, but I'm listening. I'm finding myself crying. Never Mema natandika okaaba. Ne bagenda tunayo omusiraamu atunyonyola bitegeeza ki. Ne babanyonnyola. They just converted to Islam. Just by listening to the Quran. Mere listening to the Quran. Have you never heard? Temuwulirangako nti Abu Jahl, Al-Akhnas, these are the heads of the creation mechanism, the pagan mechanism. Abu Jahl, Al-Akhnas, Abu Sufyan, those three. Abasatu abo be basooka okulangirira nti mugamba abantu kyebawuliriza Quran. If they listen to the Quran, they will convert. Bobe nnyini abasatu abo ne bebbiriranga ekiro ne bagenda ku njomba ka sallallahu alayhi wasallam ne bawuliriza Quran. They used to sneak at night. They got the prophet's house to listen to the Quran. After listening, baali basulangayo agenda osuka bwati nga obudde bukozeki ne batambula coming back to their homes. But they were meeting themselves again. Buli omuntu agenda ku lulwe naye ne basinkana. Nagamba eggovaawo ate ggovaawo gamba ng'abantu abakungu nga bakitegeera nti kirabika kyevaawo kyakola. But they said, no, you know what? We should not go back there. Because what if people hear us? Because we are the heads now. They agreed, no, we should not go there. The next day, everyone said, no, the other is not going to go. For me, let me just go. Alone. Again, they went there for the second time. Again, after, when coming back, they met. This is not good. To come out. Even for the third time. Then they again, I was meant to get one kid that can tell you that. Maganda, bagala kuwanika uwanisiki. Era bamala kuwanika ndaga nte tudanga yo. Naye they not go back for the third time, for the fourth time. But oli omu yagenda nga ye munne namugamba naye. But how do you hear those words? You take a say about them. What do you say about them? Then the other was saying, if you want me to tell you the truth, those words, they impacted my heart. Oyagala kugamba mazima ebigambo ebyo byenawulidde eby'omusajja oyo tebyanise kyekimu obanga oyagala mazima agamba what nagamba ogamba oyagala mazima namuvaako n'omulala najja n'abuuza anti baali basatu namugamba obanga oyagala mazima Abujahali nno yabuuza Abu Sufyani n'abuuza ne Al-Akhnas. How do you find these words? These words were very, very affecting. They affected my heart. And I do not mind the same if you want the truth. But Quran. Because for them they were Arabs. Bashitegeera omulala bamuyita al-Utba bun Umayya. Utba bun Umayya yagenda omubaka sallallahu alayhi wa sallam n'amugamba nti iqra li, you read for me. Read for me anything. Omubaka n'amusomera n'agamba nti ebigambo kubanga yagendayo, he went to the prophet. He wanted to challenge the prophet. Yalina abantu benagamba naye omubaka oyo mulaba mumwogira naye bubi Muhammad oyo. Why don't you talk to him in a good approach, in a good way? Maybe he may change. Right? Gendayo njogere naye bulungi. Nemugamba gendayo. Nagendayo. Ye ngagezi ne approach ennungi. Namugamba Muhammad nankulumirirwa. Your friends, those who used to be your friends are no longer your friends. Even your family is against you. Everyone is against you. Why don't you leave that issue? Why don't you leave that issue of messengership? You are abusing them, our gods. Why don't you leave? Why don't you just stop? Now you listen to this. We shall give you. If you want wealth, we shall give you. If you are mad, just to gambi tufune abasawo betumanya abamanyi bakoleki bakuyambe. Namubuuza nti omaze namugamba maliriza namugamba nange mpuliriza nagamba bismillahirrahmanirrahim hamim tanzilun minarrahmanirrahim kitabun fussilat ayatun qur'anan arabiyyan liqawmin ya'lamun Bashira wa Nadhira. He read that surah, Surah Fussilat. Natuko aye gamba nti mwetemumanyi kyetwakola ba qawmu Hud, aba Hud naba Thamud. Otuba nagamba okimanyi sirika kafa. It is enough. It is enough. Let me go. And they were waiting for him for the feedback. Bali bamuliza. Baki nomulaba. Engeri gyageze sikyakomyewo. Balaba. The face has changed. Namuzayi otuba kiki. Nagamba nina byempulidde naye simanyi oba temubiwulirangako oba naye nze byempulidde. Oba bibadde bipya. Naye nze ndaba omusajja oyo. Muleke ne byakola. You leave that guy. You just leave him. Nagamba omusajja akulose nam say Now, if it was magic, then I accept. Whenever the gonzikiriza na yenzi sigenda kumuddako mumuleke. Just listen to the Quran. Walid ibn al-Mughira, that one is another head of those non-believers. Walid ibn al-Mughira, he again over kanamgama nti iqra li, just nisomera hapo aya yonna namgama nti inna Allaha ya'muru bil 'adli wal ihsani wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'idhukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Surah Nahl, ya aya ya musomera. Inna Allaha ya'muru bil 'adli, Allah alagira obwenkanya, wal ihsan, n'okuyisa abantu obulungi, wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i, naye agaana obwononefu, wal munkar, n'ebitama, wal baghi, n'obulumbaganyi. Ya'idhukum, Allah ababuulirira la'allakum tadhakkarun, oba oli amwebuulire. After listening to that verse, he says, I have some knowledge about poetry, Sheikh, but it cannot be like this. I have some knowledge. Nagaman, that guy, his words, no one can even try them. Abu Jahl, when he had the statements from this one ibn al-Mughira, Abu Jahl nagenda yo after mukozi wa dawa nnyo nagamba kiraliko nagala kwonooneka ono nagenda yo mangu nnyo nagamba ya Walid ibn al-Mughira, ya ammi, because yali taata we muto, nagamba nti ya ammi, my uncle, kati yalina okuforginga statement. Nagamba nti I'm hearing that all people of Makkah are soliciting money to help you, that you reach an extent of going to Muhammad to ask for money. Mpulira abantu bagamba basonda sente mbukuleetera, mbu wageze wa Muhammad nga tolina kyakulya. Nagamba nagezeyo kunsomera busomesa. You know very well I'm one of the richest person here, the richest people here. Ndi omu ku bantu asinga okubeera abagagga mu Makka wano. Nagamba nti abantu bali mu kusonda sente 10 eyo ku kkubo. They are soliciting money for you. Mugenze kufuna sente, mugenze kusabiriza. Nagamba nti ate abantu they are annoyed of you. And they will not be happy with you unless you utter out any statement that will annoy the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abantu bagamba nti bakulinaako kakwate, bakulinaako obusungu mpaka ng'olina ky'oyogedde nga kinyiza omubaka sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kubanga wawaanye Qur'ani ogwo musanga abantu bakulina bagambye musima bigambo birungi simanyi biki, olina kusooka okyuse. Nabagamba naye kati what can I say? Because the truth is those words are fantastic. What will I tell them? Nagamba noonya, nagamba nti dharni ufakkir, nagamba negasooke nkole ki, ndowooze. Tubulane Allah mu Qur'an yagamba nti innahu fakkara wa qaddara faqutila kayfa qaddara thumma qutila kayfa qaddara thumma nadhara thumma abasa wa basara thumma adbara wastakbara aw nafuna ekigambo faqala in hadha illa sihrun yu'thar. Agamba nti I don't have anything to say, but maybe this is sihrun yu'thar. It is just magic, but he got it from the grandparents. Himself, it's not his, but he got it from it is just from the genetic line of the forefathers. Allah nagamba nti uslihi saqar, yategeera amazima naye olw'okuba nti ayagala abantu bamusiime, Allah nagamba uslihi saqar, I will cast him into hellfire. But what do I want from this? Just what is the Quran? It is a book of power. Abasajja abo tebasigala nga kyekimu nga bakyuka. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reciting Quran, was reciting Surah Al-Najm in the mosque that is in Mecca. Yali asoma Surah Al-Najm. Now, it's like all creatures around were listening to the Quran, the recitation. buli ekyali awo byali biwuliriza amajini n'abakafiiri bano bujahali nga bawuliriza kubanga nabbi baali bamukkiriza okusoma Quran jahara. The Prophet was allowed to read the Quran louder, but it was not allowed for other Sahabas. And the first Sahaba to recite Quran loudly was Ibn Abbas. And they told him, don't go there. He said, no, let me go there. He went there. He recited louder, and they beat him seriously. They told him, you see what we told you? Now, one day he was reciting Surah Al-Najm. وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى مَا ضَلَّ صَاحِبُكُمْ وَمَا غَوَى. As he was reciting. At the end of that surah, Allah says, how does Allah say? أَفَبِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ تَعْجَبُونَ. Are you wondering, because of hearing this Quran, you're just there, وَتَضْحَكُونَ وَلَا تَبِكُونَ. You're just laughing, you cannot even cry. Musaka busestemuka abakoya desika ngosomya Quran, wa antum samidun. Ngatemukola muzanyo, you are just playing. Then Allah says, fasjudu lillahi wa'budu. Mufunname, you bow down for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and worship him. Mufunname was Allah musize. Buye yaliao n'abatali basiramu bonna bali bawulira. Wanga it was a very unique surah. Bonna ne bakola ki? N'afunnama. Yesura yasomebwa buli kitonde kyaliawo ne kifunnama. Ombaka n'amana abuuza nga ategedde amawulire. Nagamba aslamtum Abu Jahl. Have you accepted Islam? Muslimu si. Nagamba just tujukidde bakatonda baffe. We have not bowed down for you. But we just remembered our idols, our gods. That's why we bowed down. That news saturated up to Habasha. Amawulire awo gaagenda paka Habasha. Abe Habasha ne balowooza nti abe Makka bonna baasiramu se. Jukira, we have Muslims that went to Habasha for migration. When they heard of this, they wanted to come back. They thought maybe all the Meccans have embraced Islam. They balowooza nti Sheikh baasiramu se bonna baafunamye. Sheikh bonna baasiramu se. Ne batuma abantu bajje babuuze. Agamba nedda bali bamaze bakola ki? Wajahadu biha wastayqanatha anfusuhum dhulman wa 'uluwa. They refused, but in their hearts they accepted it sincerely. Nenga just kwekulunta. So, in another word, they say that when the Prophet was reciting, because he was leaving some gaps, yalarekangawo gap, Shaitan neteekawo aya zaayo bbiri. Mugabu yombaka sallallahu, it is. In another word, another report, they say that when the Prophet, that is Tafsir Qurtubi, when the Prophet was reciting this surah, as he was skipping, he was leaving some gap to another verse, that Shaitan came up with two verses from itself, and they say that those are the verses these people had. Tilka al-gharani, when he says afara'aytumul lata wal uzza, use our gods, the one called Lata and the one called the Uzza, Manata al-Thalithata al-Ukhra, and this Manata, the third one. Then, in the silence of the Prophet, Shaitan used the chance, and he says, these are two verses from Satan. Tilka al-gharaniqul ula wa inna shafa'atahunna lahiya allati turtaja. That those are the most high gods. Those are the most supreme gods. Allah wal Uzza. They are the most supreme. Wa inna shafa'atahunna lahiya allati turtaja. And we have hope in them on the day of judgment. However, katonda bafebe nnyini abawaggulu. Sitaani yeyongeramu awo, eyagala abantu bonna balowooze nti ombaka yakoze ki? Yabyogedde. nti era okuwolerezebwa kwabwe amina okuwolereza kwabwe yaumul qiyama kwe tuliyize. So that's why they bowed down at the end. But of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make those verses reach any Muslim. What he wanted is that these non-believers, non-Muslims, they bowed down because of the recitation of the Quran. That was the first sajda in the history of the Quran. Quran yalimu sajda yonna. The first sajda to be revealed was that of Surah Najm. Fasjudu lillahi wa'budu. You bow down for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Quran, the book of power. When the Prophet was coming from Taif, you know what took place in Taif? Mumanye byaliye Taif. Yagenda kola dawa, ne bamukola ki? Wali amanyi? Ne bamukuba. Prophet Mumbaka bamukubira amayinja Taif. Seriously. When he was coming back from Taif, Allah wanted to console him. Of course, after telling him, do you want for the angel to come and perish these people and destroy this, dismantle the village? The Prophet said, no, you leave them. Allah wanted to console him again. He told him, if people are rejecting, people are refusing, why don't you try these jinns? These jinns are not like those human beings. Then Allah told him that when he was going like this, going back to Medina, was it Mecca? Allah namugamba nti you go in such and such a spot, a place. Nafuna we yagenda n'atandika osoma Quran. But Allah told him, if these people are refusing, tukoleko ne kumajini. Dawa, kubanga dawa eno ya bintu bibiri. Amajini naki? N'abantu. Nabi, the Prophet began reciting Quran. And he recited Surah Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان. Up when he reached the verses of the creation of the jinns. وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. That I created these jinns from fire. Amajini nagatonda mu muliro, amajini gawuliriza. Allah nagamba fabi ayyi ala'i rabbikuma tukaththiban. Which of the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you people will deny? Kyengera ki Allah kyabawadde kye mugenda okugaana mu abantu? Rabbul mashriqaini, up to where the surah goes. Amajini olwawulira nagamba nti la rabbana la nukadhibu bi ayyi ala. We don't reject any of your bounties. Gakkiriza nagamba nti Allah tetulina kyetugaana. Ng'omubaka awulira Allah yagala samusamu mubaka yagamba nti tetulina kyetugaana. We don't reject any of your gifts, any of your favors. Era awo wennyini nigagenda qul uhiya ilayya annahu istama'a nafarun min al-jinn faqalu inna sami'na qur'anan ajaba. They went back, they told their friends, inna sami'na qur'anan ajaba. We've had a book that is very, very unique. Tuwulidde ekitabo n'ekiro ekitabo kyanjawulo nnyo. Yahdi ila rushd. It guides you the straight path. فآمنا به. For us we did what? We believed. Fetukiriza. Tuwulidde ekitabo n'ekiro ekitabo kyanjawulo. Nabi yagenda kukola ku bantu ne bagaana, n'akola ku majini ne gakola ki? Ne gakkiriza. Ne just Quran. Esoma Quran yokka. Ate ne gatandika n'okola daawa. They went to spread the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The jinns. Yahdi ila rushd fa'amanna bihi. Walan nushrika bi rabbina ahada. That for us we believed, and we shall never from today associate anything unto Allah subhanahu. Tukiriza tetugenda kuddamu kugatta kintu kyonna ku Allah. That dawah was made by only Quran. I'm showing you how great and how miraculous, how unique is the Quran. Quran yanjawule etya amaanyi gayo gakumawa. Fetulyoke tubeerenga tugazanyisa. Tusembayo. Tukimanyi bulungi nti Umar bin al-Khattab naye yasiramuka only just by Quran. Umar radiyallahu anhu was a typical enemy of the Prophet and of Islam. When he heard of the conversion of Hamza, Umar weyawulira nti Hamza ayingidde Obusiraamu. Umar n'anyiiga nnyo. N'agamba, now our people are going like this. N'agamba, now from today, let me hear anyone that has converted to Islam, they will see me. Then one guy told him, but Umar, here you are talking too much. Why don't you go and begin with your sister, Fatima? He said, what? Bamugamba ngoyogera bingi. Lwaki togenda otandikire sister of Fatima? Kubona ye yasiramuse. N'agamba yasiramuse. Agamba yeki. Agamba katika mgendeyo. N'akwata sword. Ekiso. N'agendayo. N'amusanga ne Said. That was the husband. They were reciting Quran. Then when they had him, this Said had to hide. Why are you now? Fatima, the sister, remained there. When he entered, he grabbed the sister. Then Said came to save the situation. He was pushed the other side. Then he came back the sister. Wanted to beat, got the paper of the Quran, so to her. That's where she was reciting. He wanted to tear it up. The sister told him, you leave that. You leave. Please, you leave. Then told Antamurobun najis, for you are impure. The sister telling Umar, you are impure or in najis or totally mutukufu. Wawagala kukwatako idhabu waqtasil gendo koleshi. You can bathe, you can shower, gendo nabe. Okumewo nyoke kuwe. Wawagala kuyusoji yusenge ero kolashi. Ngero nyirira. When Umar submitted, nagana kolashi. Now, when he came back, they gave him Ramuwa. Nagamanga sina yusa kasoka college. Let me first read through before I tear. Nasuma Qur'ana ma anzalna alayka al-Qur'ana litashqa. Kitwa kusiza Qur'an yeno. Bachi oyogera kuonoleka. We did not reveal this Quran unto you people to go astray more. Illa tadhkiratan liman yakhsha. This is a reminder to anyone who has piety. Tanzila liman khalaqa al-ard. It was revealed from the creator of the earth. Wasamawati al-ula, and the heaven is up. Yava wa yatonde nsi na magulu agali waggulu. No, that's not a. Then he grabbed Said. Namukwata, let's go. Said Nagama, no, leave me in the car. Nagama never to get it. Nagama in the car. Muhammad Ali. I want to show you, direct me to where Muhammad is. Remember that time? We are going to pray. Remember that time? The believers were hiding. Balmudarul Arkam, Balibachekweka. Kat Umar wakwata Said. He wants him to direct where the Prophet is. Moreover, it is a secret. Agamusajja mukamba. Ata agala mutwale wombaka sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Chokanga amugambe tukotatu agenda kola ki? Nja kutta. Ya doli mukoze siriko. Adam sina chakola kangoleshi. Kamutwale. Naye nga yomma inside his heart. Aina chafunyemu. Inside his heart. He had already changed. When he reached there, they knocked the door. Then those people who were there, because they were comfortable by then, who is missing? For example, we are here, we know each other. Who may be missing? That may be Arkham. But to him, it was Umar. Allah Akbar. We are now disclosed because Umar is here. Who told him? And he's with Arkham. Hamza was there. Hamza nagamat ya Rasulallah. In kana yuridu khayran, fa'utini khayran. You leave me. I confront him. If he wants good, I will give him good. Because he knows me. If he wants bad, he will get it from me. Kangendeyo. Baba yagala kirungi ajja kifuna. Wagala kibi, nange ndirede. Abinagamba no. Wannabi yamaze okusoma dua. Nti Allahumma izza al-Islam bi ahadi al-umarain. Ay Allah saba, you elevate the status of Islam with one of the Umarus. Saba Obusukkulumu ekitiibwa ne Umar w'omwasiramuke. Nabi n'agamba nedda muleke. Kangendeyo ze kennyini. Nabi n'agamba naggulawo, open the door, he grabbed the hand, the Umar's hand, and pulled him inside. Namuyingiza. Namugamba ya Umar, aha. Namugamba ya Umar, haven't you got any message that can guide you towards the right? Before even Umar talking. Namugamba tusobola kubeerako na message, tonafunako message eyinza kuwaamuko muli n'okyuka Allah n'akuwejjana. Namugamba nti ya Rasulallah, ya Muhammad, anni jitu nze ekindeese li ashhadu an la ilaha, ekindeese si kirala nze toola shahada olwaleero, naye ensonga yali ki? Suratu Taha, just Quran. Quran is a miraculous book. Quran is a very, very unique book. Can we give our children a chance to recite and read this book? Remember, that is our topic. So, we conclude. Tumaliriza, ngambakubiriza, please, let's give Quran a priority. Tujuwa mukisa, ogusookerwako, abaana baffe bagisome, bwebanga ffe yagaana, bo bagitegeere. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ajja tusima ng'ayisiza ku baana. Inshallah, tujja kuba tukomawo classes zaffe zitandise. Next Friday, inshallah, we shall be here, and all Fridays